in character. Hello, my name is Nathaniel Rateliff. Yeah, and this is one of my favorite Leonard Cohen records. There's a lot of great Leonard Cohen records, but I mean, this one has Chelsea Hotel, Is This What You Wanted, Lover, 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 Field Commander Cohen, Why Don't You Try, Who by Fire, and Take This Longing, which is, I think Take This Longing has some of the best written lines of any song ever in it. And so, stylistically, this album is very interesting in comparison to his earlier records, but I think it has some of the strongest writing in a certain aspect. Well, first off, I mean, the dude's cool as fucking hell, so, you know, there's that. And then there's just great things like in A Singer Must Die, he's sort of explaining the story where he's like in a courtroom, and it's like he's on trial for being a singer and being a liar, because a singer must die for the lie in his voice. I connect with the record a lot because he sometimes is talking about writing, and it's, you know, it's really nice, especially that one, because sometimes in order to perform you have to like become something that you don't necessarily feel is yourself, and so, you know, this record's sort of talking about that, and to be yourself but be outside of yourself, you know, is a very difficult thing to do sometimes, or to just be on stage and pretend to be yourself. Just acting like yourself is hard. It's a little long. Like, one of my leads, sometimes, I don't think anybody should play for over 45 minutes, but, you know, it was amazing to see. I just saw him on his last tour when he came through Denver, and he played like 3 hours, and I mean, he's in his 80s, or almost in his 80s, and he kept like, you know, he'd get down on his knees and be like singing to the audience, like more than I can do. And I just, his love for the music and also to be a great showman, I think, it's just, it's really encouraging to me. He's very encouraging artist that his best-selling record came out when he was in his 50s, so when he was in the 80s, and that's good. It just means that you just keep doing what you love because you feel it's important. Whether it's important to anybody else or not is a different thing. So, but if you keep doing it, it might just work out. Yeah, but he can bend down more than I can, and he's in his 80s, and I think he did 5 encores. Came back out on the stage 5 or 6 times, and just, you know, I mean, like, I'm sure when he's done, he's just like, all right, I'm just gonna lay down. You know, I don't know. He's probably a much healthier guy than me. So, yeah. So it took me a while to actually get into this record. I had first heard a lot of the songs off of a Best of Leonard Cohen compilation, which was actually, I think, I had bought Songs of Love and Hate, which is another great record, was the first record of his I bought, which is probably his most depressing record. It's all about suicide. And then I bought the Best of, and it had Who by Fire and Take This Longing, which is, like I said, is one of my favorites, and the Chelsea Hotel, which is also another favorite of mine. And then I finally got into this record, which was kind of after I'd listened to a lot of his other records, so sort of later in my, I guess, collection of his material. But it became like a really important record, and I listened to it over and over and over again, and I didn't get it at first, but I think that makes a great record, and this is definitely one of those records that at first you're like, the arrangements are kind of dorky, and there's like weird, you know, like not the best, what I thought his earlier stuff was composed so well, and this has some like sort of like weird accompaniment, but then after a while, it makes a lot of sense. You know, it's just kind of goofy sometimes, but I think it's great. So, yeah, I've been a vinyl collector since I was a kid. My father collected vinyl, And then when he passed away, I sort of inherited all of his records. But he'd gotten rid of a lot of the good stuff he had because his pastor, a preacher told him that he shouldn't have all this secular music. So he lost an amazing collection because of that. He tried to get it back. And so it was always a big deal in my household, that this amazing music collection that my father had built up since a kid. And so it was kind of instilled in me to want vinyl. And then when I was young, I was really into the 60s and the 70s, like sort of era music. And so I had a lot of it laying around, and I just collected lots and lots of vinyl. And then sold a bunch of it. And yeah, everybody fell in love with the whole idea of MP3s, but that stuff sucks. So, and now I'm going back to like buying more vinyl again. So I was kind of wooed by the technology side, being able to just buy whatever you want. But I still, if I find something that I hear it a couple of times and I really enjoy it, I'll just buy it on vinyl. It's a better listen. It's like to have to get up and flip it over, I think is important. And I actually, for my record, the way the track list is and the way it's set up, we were thinking of it being vinyl. I want the record to start like this when you put the needle down, and I want you to flip it over and have a different experience on the second side. So, yeah.
Hi, I'm Dallas from City and Color, and I'm here today to talk about this record, Grace, Jeff Buckley.
Hi, my name is Frank Turner, and I want to talk today about one of my very favourite albums, Reconstruction Site by the Wicked Hands.